everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra if you haven't been here before, and today I want to talk to you guys about primers. So I have 3 videos that I'm actually going to film back to back. I was going to put primers and setting sprays together, but I think I have too many. So I just want to talk a little bit before I get into the actual primers that I own, that now a primer is something that you put on top of your skin that layers between your skin and makeup. So some people will actually just simply use moisturizer. Okay. Sometimes people will use some kind of spray like spray toner like Beauty Elixir by Caliray. And I wouldn't really call that a primer. It does prep the skin a little bit, but primer is also going to allow your makeup to stay put longer. So even, I mean, here's an idea. If you could find a setting spray even that like made your skin a little tacky, I kind of feel like this one does. I'm not talking about setting sprays right now, but you could get away with using this as a primer. However, different primers do different things. And the ones that I have in front of me right now, I think this is everything. I've kind of gone through a lot of primers in my career as a makeup artist. I'm not a working makeup artist that works with other people, but I consider myself a makeup artist because I know how to blend colors. I know what products to put on, etc., etc. So a self-made makeup artist, if you want to call me that. So now I've got a product. I've actually got a few products, but this one. So this is called B12 Base Thinner. It's a vitamin pearl serum, and it's by One Size. I don't know, like I was like, where am I going to put this product? I don't know if I would call this a primer, but you can add it to your foundation to give yourself that like otherworldly glow. So technically, it's not really a primer, but like I said, if you add product underneath your foundation, so you can add this directly to the skin and then put your foundation on top, or you can add it directly to your foundation. Kind of gives it like a glowy appearance. It is a pump. I haven't really used this a handful of times. I don't really know what to think of it yet, but people were swearing by it. Like I'm talking about influencers, other makeup artists. They really like this product. So I have to use it a little bit more, but I'll talk about other things in my highlight video that like I use. Usually it's like the first go-to that I have. So I probably have to start using that product a bit more. So moving along, I have, now this is actually a primer. This is a Glowish by Huda Beauty. It's the Blur Jam Silicone-Free Smoothing Primer. So this product, it does have no silicone in it, but it smooths your skin. So the weird thing is when I first got it, I'm like, why is it that color? But I swear it does go on clear. You can't really see it. I've used actually quite a bit, surprisingly more than I thought I had used. And it feels like it's a silicone primer. Like it kind of feels like not tacky, but almost like clay, almost. It's weird. But you only, like every time you use a primer, use very, very little. You don't want to overuse any product. But this is a good one. I was surprised at first. I didn't like it, and then it kind of grew on me the more I started using it. Another primer that I have is called the One Size Secure the Glow Tacky Hydrating Primer. So it looks like this, and it's got these like little bubbles in it. And I wasn't sure about this one either, but I heard about it from Allie Gleans, and I actually trust her recommendation, so that's why I picked it up. Although it's not one that I reach for that often. Like I don't go for it all the time, but you can see like I have used quite a bit. And it's not as tacky as other ones that I have. I prefer other ones better, but I would recommend this. Like it's still a good primer to use. And actually One Size is surprising. A lot of the makeup, again, across the board, all of the different types of makeup, One Size has been getting Beauty Allure awards. So I would recommend that one. Another one, and now this is if you want to, this is if you're on a budget. So I've actually got quite a few of these e.l.f. Products, and this is the Poreless Putty Primer. Then we're going to talk about one of my favorites. This is one that I cannot stop using, and I have been using it like every single time I do my makeup. I haven't used it today because I was trying to change my routine a little bit and use different products, but I have been loving this. So Tacky did a review on this. She said it was meant for oily skin, so it's secure the sweat. You're supposed to use it like, you know how a lot of people use blotting papers if they have really oily skin? Apparently this helps keep the oil at bay. I don't really know. I can't really tell, but when I put it on, it makes my skin feel hydrated and good. It doesn't make it feel tight or weird, but I can't stop using it. This is my second tube, and I don't, like I do my makeup often, like more makeup, like I guess I use more makeup than like the average Joe, but I am obsessed. Like I can't stop using it. This is one I'm using today. It's called the Caliray So Blown Primer. This is kind of like Blur Jam a little bit. It is, I believe it's silicone free. Let's see. It just says plumping hydrator, pore eraser, oil controller, makeup replacer. Clean blurring primer. It's supposed to blur. So when it says blurring, I feel like it's silicone based. A lot of products aren't silicone based anymore, but this is also a blurring primer. Like I feel like, even though it isn't marketed as that, I feel like it is. So this one does the same thing. I love this. And now I can't remember the YouTuber that talked about this. This was like many years ago. Not many years ago, maybe like 3 or 4. And for the life of me, I can't remember her name, but I actually love her channel, and I get makeup or perfume recommendations from her channel all the time. If I can think of her name, I will search YouTubers. Oh, it's gonna bug me. But anyway, if I can think of her name, I'll leave it on the screen for you. If not, I will try to come back to it and get her name. But anyway, I want to say she's in California. She's close to the Mexico border. I think she's Mexican. I don't know, but she's so cute, and I just love her so much. And she has an accent. I think she has an accent, or maybe it's a Californian accent. I don't know, but it's really cute. Anyway, she recommended this, and it works amazing. I use it in my T-zone to kind of like work as a pore filler. It's going to cut that texture, and that's why I use it like that. Although it says pore eraser, so I mean, yeah, pore filler. Okay, so I think I was talking about this one. If you're on a budget, this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I haven't actually had the opportunity to use it too much. You can see here that I've just kind of dipped in a little bit. It does, like, it feels almost like clay as well. You put it on and it blends in clear. And you know what? There's a little bit of tackiness there. I would recommend this, like, for a drugstore product. If you want to get a good drugstore product for primer, this is a good one. Okay, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's relatively cheap. Now, I did try out 2 of the Rare Beauty primers when Rare Beauty first came out. This one is the Pore Diffusing Primer, so it's supposed to be like kind of like silicone based. I don't know if it is, but this one is supposed to be like a blurring primer like the other 2 I talked about. And then this one is the illuminating primer, so it has a little bit of like highlight in it. So it depends what your preference is on your skin type, and you can even use both if you want to. I have been known to use 2 or 3 primers at a time, and it's fine. Just use a little bit of each one, so don't, like, you know, put tons of product on your face. So another one of my favorites that I actually haven't reached for that often, and I thought I was going to go through this like so much quicker, and I still have product left. I love the packaging too, by the way. This is by Milk Makeup, and it's the Hydrogrip primer, and it is like literally tacky. You put it on and it like makes your makeup stick. And I've never had any issues with this. Like, this is a really good product. I would highly recommend this if you are worried about your makeup coming off. And again, I speak from experience working only with drier skin. So I don't have like an oily T-zone. I'm like dry all the time. So I don't know how it works with oily skin, but it does grip your makeup. So I would probably use something like the One Size first, and then if you wanted to add a little bit of this, like especially on areas that break down first, like I know like expression lines, areas where your face like moves a lot, close to your mouth where you might touch your face, that might be a good area to use it on. Okay, so another one here is the Beauty Blender Boost Firming and Smoothing Peptide Primer. So this one I don't have as much experience with. I've only used it a handful of times. It says it plumps and restores with peptides, hydrates and nourishes with ceramides, firming and smoothing peptide primer. So this is one I probably should use more often. But honestly, I haven't had much experience with this. I just don't reach for it as often as my favorites, but I should probably start. So I like these videos because I can talk to you guys, like I talk to you and then I like watch the video back and as I'm editing it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I should probably use that product more often, because I just have to remind myself that I have it. So I also have the Tatcha, the liquid silk canvas. So this is like such a popular one, not even back in the day. I think it's still pretty popular. It's featherweight protective primer, oil free. You apply 1 pump to skin after SPF before makeup for face and eyes. So again, this says protective like barrier between your makeup. And so I kind of think that if I'm looking for a primer, I'm not just looking for a protective surface between my skin and my makeup. If I'm going to do that, it's going to be a moisturizer. But I need my primer to do more work than just be a protective barrier. I need it to help my makeup stick. I need it to hide my pores. I need it to do something, right? So again, I don't reach for this one that often. I should. I don't know why I don't reach for those, but I'm going to try to start. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye.